Our next story is about a speech that the whole world seems to be talking about, a speech by former US President Barack Obama. On Monday, he took the stage at the COP26 summit to tell world leaders why they need to act on climate change. His speech was meant to be an opening act for Monday's proceedings. It ended up becoming the headliner. And it left many wondering who the actual American president really is. Is it Joe Biden or is it still Barack Obama? You see, Obama went to Glasgow to hype up Biden's promises. What he ended up doing instead was outshining the president. He was greeted like a head of state. He drew an enormous crowd for his speech, and now he's being described as the most popular leader to have spoken in Glasgow. His star power was in stark contrast to the lackluster performance of Joe Biden, who, by the way, was caught napping at COP26. We also saw that picture of him. What did Obama say, though? Well, quite a lot. He introduced himself as a private citizen who feels regretful about not having done enough for the climate. Yet he wasted no opportunity to slam other world leaders for showing what he called lack of urgency on the climate. He singled out two of them in particular, the presidents of China and Russia. Listen to this.
I have to confess, it was particularly discouraging to see the leaders of two of the world's largest emitters, China and Russia, decline to even attend the proceedings. And their national plans so far reflect what appears to be a dangerous lack of urgency, a willingness to maintain the status quo on the part of those governments. And that's a shame.
It is shameful indeed, but so is America's own record on climate change. And this is something that Obama did acknowledge. Well, to some extent he did. He said that the US, with a higher per capita carbon footprint, has to do more than a country like Mali or Bangladesh.
And that's why, when it comes to climate change, a country like the US with a higher per capita carbon footprint does have to do more than a country like Mali or Bangladesh. It's also why we need to make sure the people most affected by the transition to clean energy aren't the ones bearing most of the cost. They don't have any margin for error. I can afford to give up a lot of my current lifestyle to benefit the planet because I'll still have a lot left over. A lot of folks don't have that cushion.
You heard that. I can afford to give up a lot of my current lifestyle to benefit the planet. Well, he certainly can. Yet Obama chose to fly into Glasgow on a private jet to lecture countries who can't yet afford electric cars, or for that matter, adopting clean energy. Does America practice what it preaches? It doesn't. Its presidents just know how to make grand speeches. Just look at the American military, for example. Its emissions are the largest in the world, and they've tripled globally over the past 3 decades. This is the US military we're talking about, thanks to America's many wars in West Asia. According to one estimate, between 2001 and 2017, the US military produced 1.2 billion tons of carbon dioxide. In 2017 alone, it bought an average of more than 269,000 barrels of oil each day, emitting a total of 25 million tons of CO2 that year. Now, if the US military were a nation state in West Asia, they would rank as the region's 8th largest emitter of greenhouse gases. To cut a long story short, for all the conviction with which Barack Obama spoke at COP26, his actions as president, along with his country's climate hypocrisy, do not really inspire a lot of confidence or trust. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.